at the camera the other way, unfortunately, I'm having issues with that because, well, technology hates me. Let me just angle this a little bit more this way. Yeah, okay. Yeah, welcome everyone. One of the things that I want to bring up is the reason why I'm busting out the old Ironbirds for this particular set list is because I'm going to be putting these things away in the case. Not only just to make some room in my studio, but also just to keep dust off of them and preserve them and all that stuff because, you know, this thing is from 1988. And I have another one over here that's from 1986. I have an Ibanez over here from 1984. And so all my sort of museum pieces are going to go in the case, stored in a cool, dry place. Having said that, I'm not going to say anything yet, but I have a big announcement on the horizon, which is another reason why I'm going to be putting away some of my guitars and possibly selling some of my guitars. We'll see when we come to that particular juncture, but yeah, some good news on the horizon. I don't want to even mention what it's about, but it's going to be killer. And, you know, sometimes the stars just align and things happen. But I got home a little bit late, so still just kind of unwinding from the day. So just bear with me and we'll get started here. I'm just checking my tuning a little bit. Usually, believe it or not, even with this horrible Bin Master, this thing, for a hardtail, it actually stays in tune pretty well once you get it there. And the fact that it has micro fine adjustments really helps, believe it or not. Again, with the Super Snark, it'll get you in the ballpark. That should be the slogan for the Super Snark tuner. Super Snark, it'll get you in the ballpark. All right, I'm going to warm up for a little bit, but I want to just make sure that I'm queued up to the song that I need real quick. And we'll run this bloody set list. Yep, here we go. All right. Yeah, cool. All right, I can see everything. Go ahead and scroll that back out a little bit. All right. Nice to get back into the war room, we call it around here, the dungeon, the studio, all that stuff. It's always a good feeling to be in here. A lot of really killer stuff has taken place in this room. A lot of cool stuff's been recorded. A lot of memorable moments. I do play some vintage video games in here sometimes as well, so yeah. Eventually I'll get back into a full-on rec room again, but this, you know, when we move out of here, I'm going to miss this room because there's been a lot of good stuff. Oh, cheers, everyone, by the way. A lot of good stuff happening in this room. Just warm up for a little bit. I took lessons a few years back now, and my instructor told me about this thing called cross picking, and that's one of the exercises. And I like warming up with it because it exercises everything. All of your fingers and alternate picking all at the same time. I can see some of the stuff up there, but I'll try to reply to comments later on. But I'm just going to tell everybody right now, if you're looking for covers, you can just get right the fuck out of here. Check that tuning again with the slightly accurate tuner. It's like I'm getting a green light on everything here. Oh, that one's a little out, but that's not the one that even heard that was out of tune. Anyways, it says everything's in tune, and it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe it is now in tune. Anyways, close enough for rock and roll. Couple more little exercises and we'll get started on this set list. Okay, let's go. I usually warm up a little bit more than that, but I got in kind of late, a little bit pressed for time today, but we are about to raise some hell. Let me just get all the levels good. That'd be close enough for rock and roll. All right, let's do this. I think we forgot something. You can say it. All right. Well, like I said last time, doesn't matter what kind of day you've had. As soon as you clear your mind and get into this, it's therapeutic, to say the least. So, again, welcome everyone. We decided to do this again because there was some people that had to miss it last time we went live, and it's something that I've been talking about for a while, just to have some fun. Like I said, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I would be practicing these songs anyway, so why not document it, right? So here we go. I usually like to ramp up kind of slow and just work into the faster songs. And I try to do this at least 3 times a week. We got shows coming up very soon, so I like to be dialed in, and I like to be able to walk into the show or a rehearsal situation ready. I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy that you're going to be worried about, oh, did he practice? Did he learn his stuff? Nope. No, I'm the guy that says, nope, you're playing that wrong. That's who I am. Anyways, here we go. First song we ever wrote for this band, Widespread Narcotic Wasteland. Going to, I think all the levels are okay. Here we go. Well, yes, that's feeling pretty good. Hell yeah, nice. Getting there, getting warmed up. Like I said, I like to ramp into it because we're about to just get into some craziness here in a minute. Having me a Bell's Two-Hearted. Cheers, everyone. Damn good beer. All right, and we are ready. Without wasting any time, we're going to get into one of my favorite tracks from Delirium Tremensum. Sometimes this one's on the set list and sometimes it's not on the set list, but I always enjoy playing this one. I think that this particular song has a good level of fire and angst on it. That's kind of hell, I don't even know how to describe it, but a lot of fire and angst. We'll just say that. And it's based off a chapter in the Alcoholics Anonymous book called We Agnostics. And here we go. Whoops, you hear that? Whoops, I hit the wrong button. So, I don't normally practice these slower songs, but we did get a request. I'm actually going to do, I'm going to do something special for the request that came in as a comment. But tonight, while I'm blasting through these songs, we're going to go ahead and, so I don't normally practice the slower stuff, and this one may not ever even be on the set list again. I don't know, but someone was talking about the song Bleed and Swell and the song Absent Friends and the song Best Times Have Passed. They're actually all part of the same song. Bleed and Swell being part one, actually, even though I wrote Absent Friends before I wrote Bleed and Swell. Bleed and Swell is part one, Absent Friends is part two, and The Best Times Have Passed is part three. So all of those songs have recurring themes within the riffs a little bit, and they just kind of fit together. And it was sort of a concept that I had thought about doing, for quite a few years, kind of inspired from the 3 Rush songs called Fear. They had a song on Moving Pictures, a song on Signals, and a song on Grace Under Pressure. Of course, musically completely different, but they were part of this thing called Fear. Anyways, I always thought that was cool. And so Bleed and Swell and Absent Friends and The Best Times Have Passed. I'd have to say that it's kind of my little spin on all that. Anyways, enough rambling. We're going to play this song, Bleed and Swell, for the guy that was kind of wanting to see that. Thanks. I'm trying to read those.
So thanks for playing
Yeah, live, that's a little bit different. If we're lucky, we have 2 guitar players. But, you know, even then you have the rhythm and then you have the harmony. And, you know, in a 2 guitar player situation, obviously you would gravitate towards playing the harmony live. But the last time it does it in the song, one guitar player plays the... And I'm just doing the single. So, you know, I just started going for it at the end of the song and just throwing a bunch of blistering stuff in there, and it worked out pretty good. By the way, if you're wondering why I look so comfortable holding an Ironbird, and you notice when I let go of it, it doesn't go like this, the headstock doesn't dive down and all that stuff. It just sits nice and perfectly. And that's because, and you notice with certain guitar manufacturers that kind of know what they're doing and understand, this is where they put the strap button. They put it here, right here. You see that? Here. And that eliminates all that headstock dive. And that way when you let go of it, it stays. And it's actually a really comfortable shape to play. Huge fan of star bodies, huge fan of V's. I've been playing V's and star bodies and Ironbirds my entire life. I've actually had this one. This is why I'm playing this one tonight. I've had this one since I was 14 years old. And it's in really great shape for the year. It's been through every possible tuning change and configuration. There was a time where this thing didn't have anything in it at all but a Duncan Invader. It's had DiMarzios. It's had different Seymour Duncans. I even tried an active pickup in it one time years and years ago. And right now it's just got the Duncan JB Jazz set in there. And I've got those in most of my guitars now. And they're just good tried and true workhorses. They're not super hot. I love the voicing on them. It's pretty cool. Anyways, enough of the rambling. Let's see what else we got on this list.
List.
Huh?
I said list.
List. What we got on that list right there? We got, oh, I went too far into the list. Where is it? Where is it? I was playing Duke Nukem the other day. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and just play down from here. Because a lot of times live, we would play Bleed and Swell, and then we would go into the title, the album track, Delirium. So here we go, Delirium Tremens. Well, that playthrough is coming soon on the Dallas Toller Wade YouTube channel. I will be busting out Burning Pits of the Doo-Wop. Unfortunately, I can't do it right now because this is in a completely different tuning.
Yeah, follow him on the Dallas Toller Wade YouTube channel.
Yes, you better listen to my wife.
Yes, if you want to see.
If you want to see tomorrow, you better listen to her. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff over on the DTW channel. It kind of frees me up to do playthroughs and also the Dallas Toller Wade website. I've got a lot of moving parts going on right now. I'm trying to get all this stuff done. But eventually, you know, I've got the Facebook thing going on too, where there's going to be, you know, you can subscribe and there's exclusive content. I've just got a lot going on right now. So please bear with me. It's all going to come to fruition, including a new album finally. And it's just, you know, there's just, like I said, a lot of moving parts. I don't have to explain to any of us out there in the world how quickly a day goes by and how that list just keeps climbing, and it just doesn't ever seem like we have enough time to get everything done. But that's what you do. You make a list and you chip away at it the best you can. I mean, that's all you can do, right? Okay.
Someone put Blackfoot train.
Ah. Isn't that It's actually a pretty bitchin' riff, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is. This is funny because we work with Blackfoot.
Yeah, my agent / wife over here, she's a booking agent, and she works with Ricky sometimes. So
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Without further ado, let's see. Oh yeah, got to do these two real quick, and then we'll move on to some of the newer stuff, and then it'll be time to switch tuning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were asking about the tuning. Somebody said something about E flat.
Yes, this is what people would call E flat or D sharp, whatever. Half of the songs are in E flat, and half of the songs are in D standard. And on my E flat guitar, I use the green pack of Ernie balls, the regular 10 gauge Slinkies. And then for the half step down from that, I use the 11 gauge. And then anything lower than that, like the Nile stuff, the Mammoth Slinkies are working out pretty good for that. So
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Ernie Ball. I don't care if they care about me or know who the hell I am or not. I mean, their strings are readily available everywhere. They sound great. They stay in tune. They feel nice. And they're usually slightly cheaper too. So, you know, I love them. I mean, I have a couple of other options too. Like when I tracked the guitars for Barbarian, I used my Rhodes V with a set of Cobalts. And I thought those were pretty cool. They're really kind of bright. They were a little bit buzzy at first. I had to kind of break them in a little bit, but they're recorded really nice and clear and sharp. So I was really happy with that. Okay.
They're also asking about your rig. What kind of rig you use?
Okay. Well, for practice right now, I'm just using the old Fender Frontman 25R. For live, I have a couple of PV Triple X's. I recently purchased one. I did have two, but I sold one, and now I have two again. So for live, I use that with Marshall 900 cab and an 800 cab. And then for recording, for pre-production, I use the PV Windsor. I just punish it. It's a one-trick pony. It's just a single channel, and it's got a decent amount of distortion, especially with the pedal in front. It's a very good pedal platform. For all my serious recordings, I use a Marshall JCM 900. That's the 100-watt master volume version. Again, one-trick pony. It's just a distortion channel. You don't get that amp wanting a clean sound. And in that closet behind it, I have an isolated Marshall Vintage 1960, and I believe it's got vintage 30s in it. I don't know. Years ago, I did a big speaker shootout where I recorded all of my speakers. I recorded every one of them. You just find a riff, whatever it is. Just play something and record each and every one. And I hand-picked what I thought was the best sounding speaker. And I've been using it ever since. And so I hope that answers a few questions. And so, keeping up with the Jones? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
all right.
a popular one.
There we go. This, Shackles, and then 3 more. Yep, so 5 more songs and then we change tunings. Hear that beer opening? Shackles of sobriety. Yep, that's always a arm buster from hell. Okay, moving right along. Let's see. What's Barb Vox? I've never heard that before.
Barbarian?
Yeah, but in the session it's Barb Vox because I just have the demo in here so I can practice the guitar. I need to go ahead and put the real version in there. I'll eventually do that, but I mean, just for keeping everything right and practicing this is fine. Just use the old demo version. Okay, Barbarian it is. Yeah. I hope the levels are right. I might have to adjust the levels. Yeah. Need a little bit more track. Let's try that. Yes. One of my personal favorites so far out of all the stuff we did. I really need to bust out Addicted to Junk. I would love to see that one on the set list. All right. Well, a couple of more songs in this. Yeah, a couple more songs in this tuning. We'll move over to the other tuning and knock it out. All right. Victims of the Algorithm. A little more track. Again. Yep. Yeah, that's a lot of fun to play on this. Like I said, these old Iron Birds, they're going into the case, into a cool, dry, dark place. And but I actually tracked Sex, Lies, and DNA with this guitar because I put it up against all my other guitars, and this one sounded the best. Also, there was a really doozy riff in the beginning of the song. There's a couple at the beginning of the song that are really difficult. I don't know if you guys know this, but the scale length on this guitar is slightly shorter. So trying to do like... Now I'm more familiar with the song. I can play the song a lot better, but when I was tracking it, I was really struggling to get that up to speed. But here we go, without further ado, Sex, Lies, DNA. Hopefully the levels are okay, probably not. always easier the second time around. I love the ending of that. I was always torn between doing the full crunch with both the strings, like, but I also like the single string. I don't know. I was always torn. I went ahead and went with the sometimes live I'll go back and forth between the two. Well, cool. That concludes that portion of the set. Let me switch guitars real quick. You ever hear drumming?
Yeah.
Got the wife over here drumming on the table. And I'm over here knocking stuff over. All right, so yeah, D standard. Little story behind this guitar. I actually rescued this one from Europe many, many years ago. It was sitting in a rehearsal room with spider webs all over it. And I knew that these things were starting to get rare. And I made an offer on it and got it for a steal. Got it for a steal before everybody realized what the prices were going to end up being like on these guitars. Because brand new, I mean, these were pretty reasonable brand new, and now they're fetching twice what they were brand new back in the late 80s, early 90s, and it's just like, what? So, but that happened to everything, didn't it? Everything got super crazy expensive, and, you know, used to be able to get a really good 100-watt tube amp for pretty reasonable, and now none of them are very reasonable. Except maybe the 6505 Plus. You can find those. Those are pretty reliable heads. And they're still reasonable. You know, I'd put them up against any of the other ones. You know.
What year is that guitar?
This one, I think, as far as I can decipher, is 1990. The other one is, I got brand new in 1988. But in 1990, they changed a couple of things. They gave you a satin or just a regular wood neck instead of a painted neck. And they also raised the tremolo up a little bit so you could get some pullback on it. And they kind of angled the neck coming out of the body. So they did a few changes to it for that year. From experience, I've owned a lot of these back in the day, and I still own 3 of the old Platinum series from the 80s and 90s. One thing I noticed when they moved over to this neck, still a really nice, comfortable neck profile, but one of the things that I noticed right away was from the factory, the fret dressings were better. Less issues with buzzing and stuff like that. Like, of course, I took this into my guy and had him set it up. And this is, yeah, so it's a great guitar, man.
Is it USA or Japan?
These are probably Korean.
You do have some Japanese guitars.
Yeah, I have a Nagoya, Japan B series, they call it nowadays. And I have Japan-made old Ibanez that I really like. But like I said, all these, I got some killer news on the horizon, and all these museum pieces are going to go away in the cases.
They said they would like to hear some Morbid Angel stories sometime.
There's a few. My early recollection of the Morbid Angel days, like when we were touring with them in like 1998, was sitting on the tour bus with the Morbid guys, particularly Trey and a couple of the crew guys, playing Twisted Metal 2. And that was just, that was a fun time. And those guys were, I thought I was pretty good at the game, but those guys were relentless. It was chaos, complete chaos. And so yeah, it was pretty low key. Those guys were pretty low key and just, hung out. They did a pretty extensive sound check, and then, it was video games until showtime. That was fun times. Fun times. Those guys are great. It'd be cool to tour with them again sometime. And I think, don't they have a tour coming up, or did they just
in November, the same time your tour is.
Oh, right. Of course they're going to tour the same time I am. Damn it. That means I don't get to see any shows.
Yeah, I toured the same time.
So many good bands always tour when I'm touring, and I'm like, damn, I would really like to see those bands. But hey, at least we got a show coming with Deicide. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Deicide in January.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I think I'm ready for the rest of this. All the D standard songs. One of the things that I think is the issue with these Snarks, I don't know if it's an issue with the older one, but these are the ones that are micro USB chargeable. They seem to have latency. Like you hit the string and it'll tell you that it's out of tune, and then you make the adjustment and it doesn't do anything. And then, I don't know, definitely seems like there's latency with it or something, but I think I got it dialed in good enough for the rock and roll. Let's see. Definitely got to turn the track.
On TikTok, they said they remember seeing you using a Warlock with Nile.
Yeah. Yep. That was the NJ series Warlock red gold hardware reverse headstock. I bought that one in like 93 or something, and then parted ways with it, and then got it back, and then sold it to George. If George, I don't know if George might still have it. I actually tracked Lash to the Slave Stick with that guitar. It just had that particular guitar just had a really good bitey sound to it. Again, no electronics in the body at all, just a Seymour Duncan Invader straight in. That thing sounded incredible. And one of the things on the In Their Darkened Shrines tours, I was playing that Warlock, and the guitar tech told me that was the most stable one in the bunch. Like every time he picked it up, it was just in tune. It was a weird anomaly. I was like, BC Rich, stay in tune? What? Anyways, I'm just being a dick. All right, enough of that. On with the set. I just heard a beer open. Such a weird riff. I don't even know what the hell it is. I just looked it up. What else we got? Oh yeah. D-Train. Ah, yes. Yeah, if I do this 3 times a week, by the time we get to that tour, I'm going to be blistering.
When does the tour start?
Sometime in November. I'm sure we'll...
November 15th.
November 15th, yes. Through the
Oklahoma City.
31st, right?
No,
Through the... It's not that long, is it? It's
the
that
24th.
24th, okay.
Ends in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, that's the last show for us.
Nasty Savage, if anybody knows who that is.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Yep. Yeah, we'll be playing the... said the 24th?
The 24th is the last day.
Yeah, we'll be playing the Brass Mug in Tampa on the 24th. It's a big swarm fest. There's going to be all kinds of killer bands there.
Yeah.
And if you're in the area, or even if you're not in the area,
Yeah, there's people flying out.
fly out,
Yeah.
fly on down. I've flown to the Brass Mug for a show.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's a cool place. Cool people. Always lots of talent as well.
Yeah, starts at Oklahoma City on the 15th, and there's a Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Mississippi. and
Mississippi. Oh yeah,
Louisiana.
Long Beach again.
There's a Louisiana, Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah. Yeah, hitting some...
Texas.
We're getting into some places that we wouldn't normally go.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
makes me very happy. This last tour, we were able to finally get ourselves to North Carolina.
Yeah.
For, again, it'd been, since 2019?
Doing the Tornado Alley tour is what we should have called it.
No.
Tornado Alley tour.
No. But yeah, that's cool that some new venues are popping up and some places that, you would not, as a touring artist, you wouldn't normally go. I think that's really cool. I think it's really cool that there's some, so just some new places to play. There's, people, believe it or not, metal is actually doing pretty well. I mean, I don't know what, there are people that live under rocks and stuff. At least I hear that there are people under the rocks. I wouldn't know. Anyways, enough of the stupid jokes. Yes, I love playing this song. It's just got a lot of fast thrashy picking in there, but it also has this punk vibe. It's one of my favorites from the newer tracks. not a scratch on it. Good. Probably just knocked it the hell out of tune with it. It's my feet when I step back right here.
Them big old feet.
Yes.
Times 12s.
Yeah. All right, moving right along. I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, like I said, if I keep this pace up 3 times a week, and then once I get closer in on the tour, like that last week, I might try to do almost every day. And it's really just because of staying, staying focused, but also just keeping the physicality there because of all the 16th notes. Like, I want to be able to keep myself at a place where I can relax, because when you're trying to pick like that, pick really fast, as soon as you start tensing up, it's over. You're going to lose it. There's no way. So you have to warm yourself up to a level. And yeah, it takes many, many years of digging in and wearing your hand out and just stressing yourself. And then eventually you get your muscles warmed up to the point where you can just relax. Just go. And, it takes a minute, though. The first couple of songs are like, I'm dying, and then you just get it, you get the hang of it. But the only way, for me anyways, to maintain that level where I can just have that kind of picking on the fly is to practice the set list. I mean, sitting around on the couch, noodling scales, well, that's going to get you just that. You're going to be really good at sitting around on the couch, noodling scales. If you want to get good at playing a live show, then you need to play your songs. Having said that, let's play the songs. Return to the Underground, one of my favorites. Picking, yeah. Yeah, I know I'm feeling good and in good shape when I start. Talked about it last time we streamed this. When I start palm muting all the 16th notes, that means that I'm like really dialed in and feeling good. Because the part goes. And I'm going. Just for fun. Just because I like hearing all those. So anytime I get warmed up, I always kind of switch over randomly to that. It's kind of my favorite thing ever, is that kind of picking. All right, Alcoholic Religious Fanatics. Cheers to that one. I'm not religious.
Religious fanatic.
Maybe you know something about it.
All fanatics know things about me. They have a greater fear of me than love of their God.
Thing was happening just now. We're really not at a very loud volume. I don't like to practice at a super loud volume because I like to be able to hear all the details and everything that I'm doing, and and make sure that I'm doing it right. But even at low volume, that particular note on this guitar, see how the gate was even stomping on it? The gate's on. Even with the gate on, it was like feeding back like that. That's crazy. This guitar always did that. Especially if it's up. It'll just hold that. It's crazy. It's like the guitar is possessed or something. That's weird. Yeah, definitely some mojo in some of these old museum pieces, that's for sure. Moving right along. I've talked about this in interviews a bunch of times, but if any of you out there watching this, if you're into true crime, check out Donald Henry Gaskins. He's a very famous serial killer in South Carolina. Many, many years ago, I wrote this song pretty much immediately after reading the book. I pretty much read the book that day and wrote the song that night, called Coastal Killings.
I need one electric camp.
And that's him.
And as much of a stick of damn dynamite as you can get. Okay, well, I'll probably get some big plastic explosives. Well, that'd be good.
Yep,
I'll take a damn radio.
That'll be good.
Someone said TV.
Plug that son of a bitch
That
in,
must be
blows
from
on
South
in the hell.
Carolina.
Just waiting for the body.
Sorry. Yeah, I had to distract the kitty cat because she was clawing on something that she did not need to be clawing on. So I just kind of threw my pick at her. I didn't hit her or anything. I just distracted her. I just threw something in her direction so she would stop doing that. Meow. You hear that? Don't do that. Please do not destroy my things. Anyways, we've got one more. Just been blasting through these tonight. Again, just a quick recap. I mean, we're not playing all of these songs live. You know, usually, typically, a live show is an hour to an hour and 15 minutes max. But I play all of these songs and I keep them in rotation for the stamina. They're fun to play. I like the songs, but it's also just for keeping me up on my set list and live chops. Because, again, like I said, there's a big difference between sitting around on the couch and noodling, watching TV, and diving into a set list like this. You're not just going to be able to go from one to the other. It's really best to just be good at both. Be good at sitting around on the couch, noodling, and good at playing the set. But that requires lots and lots of hours of practice time. But, you know, it can be a lot of fun playing these old songs. All right, last one of the night. Introspective Nightmares. Here we go. Well, I think I'm warmed up and ready to play on the couch. Yeah, pick is shot. The thing was feeling like the pick started to feel like it was made of felt after a while. I needed to change my pick. Oh, I know what it was. I had tossed the pick over by the cat because the cat was clawing on stuff.
Yeah, we'll be back.
And yeah, and this one's already shot. So, all right. Well, that concludes that set list. Feels good. We got to hit that set list 3 times a week minimal. The long set, not just an hour. All the songs. And that way you're also prepared if someone in the band's like, hey, I want to play this song tonight. And you haven't rehearsed it and maybe ever. Well, you're ready. Anyway, I just want to thank everybody for watching and checking this out. We will be back on live at some point. It may not be a set list thing. I don't know exactly what we'll be doing. But we'll figure something out. And I really, again, just from the bottom of my being, I really appreciate all the support over the years. It doesn't go unnoticed. It's greatly appreciated. It's really cool to see just so many cool people, so many very talented. I mean, a lot of the people that watch and listen to this kind of stuff, they're musicians too, and a lot of them are really damn good. So it's a cool community, man. I'm happy to be a part of it and want to contribute humbly in any way that I can possible. And again, we'll see you out on the road very shortly, and I'm just going to keep doing this same thing and making sure that all my stuff is ready, and I want to get up there and kick some ass. So,
and we'll make a post on the next live, for the next live.
Yeah, we'll make a post on the next live and all that stuff. And, we're just kind of experimenting, throwing some things out there, and mostly just having fun. I mean, this was just something that I've thought about for quite some time, but either didn't have the time or, there were other things going on, like we have tours, we have singles coming out or whatever, doing some more stuff with the YouTube channel, and now some stuff with my YouTube channel. It was one of the things I wanted to do, doing more stuff on TikTok as well. And just, there's a lot of, before I leave, there's a lot of, a lot of people kind of don't really like the whole social media thing. And I do understand that to a certain degree. But, I'm learning how to have fun with it. And, that's what this is all supposed to be about. It's supposed to be fun. And the minute that it's not fun, it's not really worth doing anymore. But this has been a lot of fun. And I will be chiming in, every now and then if I've got some random lick that everybody thinks I think they might be interested in seeing it. I'll throw up a quick little video or whatever, or just share my thoughts on some things. But anyways, I'm really, again, thanks so much everyone for hanging in with us and partying with us and practicing with us. And we will be back soon. Thanks so much, everyone. Cheers.